Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Give me a second. Let me throw my phone on this stand and we can get right into it. Good morning, Lavender Spirit. Thank you for being the first one in here. Good morning, Peyton. And thank you for that Kylie Minogue mix, Peyton. I loved it. Good morning, Mixology. Okay, so guys, we are going to get right into it. So, the first thing I want to talk about is this drama with Tracy's World. Have y'all been keeping up with this shit with Tracy's World? It's fucking ridiculous. She's made up a bed of lies and now she has to lay in it, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I see. Tracy has been pulling these antics for months, but nobody really watches her, so nobody was paying attention. Y'all know I watched that bitch, so I've seen everything from beginning to ending. So if you have any questions about the shit, ask me. Most likely I know the fucking answer because I've seen like 90% of that shit between her and Carlos. I do want to start off by saying that Tracy is a liar. Tracy is a manipulator. But her issue with that is that she's not a good liar and she's not a good manipulator. Her lies and manipulations are very elementary and easily seen through. Pizarro popped her shit from being over there, maybe 3 days typing in the chat and shit. Pizarro seen right through that shit. It's a lot of people that see right through her shit. So for y'all who aren't really familiar with everything that's going on, I'm going to break it down for you really, really quick. Tracy's World is over there. Her and her husband are going through quote unquote marital problems because according to her, some troll on the internet named LaShawn Williams, aka Sean Williams, is emailing her, sending her all this personal pertinent information that according to Tracy, no one would know other than her husband. So she feels like that her husband and this Sean person are working against her, trying to, I don't know what they're trying to do, but she believes that her husband is cheating on her with this Sean person, and that's how this Sean person has all her information. But the truth is, Tracy stays in the background talking to a bunch of fucking people, telling people her business all the time. This is known with Tracy. Anybody who deals with the bitch will tell you. I've heard everybody who ever dealt with the bitch has come out and said that she tells her business. So everything that this Sean person is putting in emails is not unknown. Everything that Sean person is putting in an email is shit that I've heard before because I watch the bitch and I watch her cohorts and she tells her fucking business. Nep said it just egged me. Good morning, Nep. So, do I believe that Carlos is cheating on Tracy? Not with that Sean person, I don't. I do believe it's somebody on the internet fucking with her, but she's too stupid to realize it. And so is he. I mean, these are real, how do I want to put it? Mentally deficient people. You can tell in the way that they communicate. Tracy was live, what was it, yesterday, and she had Carlos on the phone, and somebody would ask him a question and that stupid bitch would go off into a tangent on something else. Like, Carlos is not able to answer basic questions asked to him without his brain taking him somewhere else. Tracy is the same fucking way. Like, pay attention, notice these things. Ask that bitch a question and just watch her never answer the question, her brain goes into some other fucking dimension. Dovie is good for that shit too. Like it's a handful of these motherfuckers out here whose communication skills are so lacking. I don't even know how they make it through the day. How do you fucking function and survive in polite society and your brain doesn't work the way to where if somebody asks you a question, you can answer the fucking question straight out. Like the shit's crazy. Yes, Net, they are fucking special. That's the nicest way I can put it. That's the nicest way I can put it, Nep. And I decided I was going to come on here today and be slightly nice. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how the fuck that goes. All right, hold on. Let me listen to some notes. Okay, so another thing that did come out of the Tracy's World saga is that Shelley and Key, Key with the T, shout out to Key, shout out to Shelley, child, they got into it. And I was like, where the fuck did this come from? But then I remember Key really don't see it for Shelley. I had to remember because y'all know I like Shelley. I'm a fan. And Key is like, bitch, you crazy. How could you be a fan of that psychotic bitch? I like Shelley and her antics. So, child, they got into it over there on Tracy's page. And that shit was explosive. I don't know exactly because I was listening. I wasn't really looking in the chat. So I don't know exactly what Key said to set Shelley off. But whatever it was able to bring out full manic Shelley. So recently I have been binge watching Dragon Ball. I love fucking Dragon Ball. That's really the only anime that I deal with. I do watch a couple others, but Dragon Ball is my favorite. Has been for a long time. And Shelley powered up the fucking Super Saiyan 4 on Key's ass. I don't know what the fuck Key said in the chat, but whatever it was made Shelley lose her goddamn mind. But it sucks because Tracy is so stupid that her fucking ass dropped the stream as Shelley was cussing Key out in mid-sentence. And I don't even know what the fucking problem is. I don't even know what Key said. I don't know half of what Shelley said. But eventually, Key did. Yes, Nep. Shelley went fucking Broly. I saw all kind of fucking plasma beams shooting out of her mouth and her eyes. That bitch was shooting off random wild ass Kamehamehas. I was ducking left and right, bitch. The Kamehamehas wasn't gonna hit me, bitch. This shit was crazy. I loved it. It was absolutely fabulous. And also, I think stupid ass Tracy either took the video down or put the shit on members only. She's so stupid. Oh, I really wish you bitches would stop giving these fucking lesser thans all this goddamn shine. It's okay though, because I know it ain't gonna last forever. And before you know it, that bitch is gonna be back down to 4 people in her fucking chat. So Nep said, not Shelley burning edges with wildfire. Oh my God. Yes. Nep, wildfire. She was a fire breathing dragon on that day. So, all right, let me see what else I got on here. Now, the only reason that this whole thing with Tracy is really picking up steam, I blame Pizarro. I blame Pizarro. Pizarro was live about 3 nights ago, and Tracy ended up coming live. So Pizarro sent all her people over there to Tracy's live because Pizarro said she was going to hit the link and try to get to the bottom of this bullshit. First of all, Pizarro never hit the fucking link. So it was a bunch of niggas over there waiting for nothing. Thanks a lot, Pizarro. It was a shit show. It was beef sector gold. Club chat was real heavy in the chat. So, you know, them bitches like to swing and bang. They was over there doing they thug dizzle. And the intels was heavy on the other side of the chat. So, you know, they like to troll their motherfucking asses off. So it was a good show for what it was. But because Tracy is so stupid and because I feel like Tracy, when she gets more than 50 people in the chat, she doesn't know how to handle it. And she be ready to run off the stream real quick, fast, in a hurry. If y'all watch her, if y'all subscribe to her, pay attention next time she ever gets a decent amount of people in her chat. That bitch will run off real quick, fast, in a hurry. Nep says she gaslit the hell out of them people. Yes, the fuck she did, Nep. It was gasoline fumes all up and through that motherfucker. Good morning, Victoriously Shay. So another thing that's going on over there with Tracy is, oh, thank you, Lynn T. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, yes, y'all. If y'all haven't noticed, my membership, I've opened it back up. We are going to be over on members only. We're going to be talking some real heavy shit. Neff said, girl, what's your Cash App? My Cash App is in the About section tab of my channel. If you open up my main channel page and you go to the About section, you'll see my Cash App. It's the same as my name. It's $Thotiana and thank you all in advance. So hold on, guys. I'm looking at notes. So another thing I noticed over in Tracy's page was that a lot of her moderators are falling to the wayside. For example, that same night, Shelley was like, bitch, take my wrench. I don't want to be a mod over here. It was some situation with Queen Sanity. I don't know where the fuck she comes from. That bitch's whole black sector. I don't even know why the fuck they let her in here. Like, what? But whatever. Thank you so much, Nap. Hold on, let me check it. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Nep. I appreciate you. I do. This is so unexpected. Okay, so like I was saying, Tracy's losing moderators left and right. I seen Shelley drop off. I also seen Rhonda. Rhonda say, take, y'all know Rhonda. Rhonda say, take my stick away. And then yesterday, I seen Freddie's Nightmares posted and told Tracy to take their stick away. So I don't know what's going on with all that. Because Tracy, she does a lot of videos. And a lot of the time, it's a silence and shit over there. So I can't really get into all of that. And I don't try to. Hey, View. Thank you for stopping in. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is Dovie. So according to Dovie and according to Jay Wilson, it seems like that she may be able to stay in her apartment. Yay! Hi, Port Charles Library. How are you? I've been seeing you around. You've been getting around, Port Charles Library. So, like I said, it seems that Dovie, it's a possibility she may be able to stay in her apartment. But As of the last time I watched her, it's still not set in stone. She's waiting on the court system to give her a decision. And she also said that she paid the money to the courts, but she didn't have all the money to pay. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out. I've never been in that type of situation. None of my tenants have ever been in that situation. So this is something new for me to see, and I'm interested on how it's going to work out. If the courts are going to work with her with a payment plan, or if they're going to take that money, give it to the landlord and still evict her ass. Personally, I think because she doesn't have all the money, they may take whatever she gave them, give it to the landlord, and still evict her ass. That's what I think is going to happen. So I'm keeping my ears to the streets and my eyes to the screens to see what the hell is going to happen with that, because I am truly interested at this point to see what is going to happen. Does anybody I mean, it's the beef sector, so I know y'all niggas is not no strangers to evictions. Does anybody in here know or have any inkling on this particular situation to where you can no longer pay your rent to the landlord because they sent it to the courts? Now you have to pay directly through the court to get this eviction taken off, but you don't have all the money, but you make a partial payment. What happens from there? I have no idea. If anybody in the chat knows, now is the time to say it, because bitch, we looking for answers. And I was too lazy to Google. Honestly, truly. And even if I did Google, I think maybe it's not the same in each state. Y'all know state by state, things are different. If you say she don't know. All right, so if y'all don't know in the live, maybe somebody in the replay knows, and they'll drop it in the comment section, because I am genuinely interested in that. Courtney Miss D, hey, how are you? Courtney Miss D says, I don't know anything about this, but I don't see a good outcome. You know what, Courtney? The Lord protects fools and babies, and if Dovie ain't partially both of those two things, I don't know what the fuck she would be considered. So that bitch is probably more protected than you and me will ever be. Thank you, Victoriously Shay. Oh my God, y'all are showing out with these memberships. Come through, Beef Sector. Thank you, Victoriously Shay. Y'all making me blush, child. So yeah, like I said, Courtney Miss D, the Lord protects fools and babies, and if Dovie ain't a goddamn fool and half baby, then what is she? So that bitch probably got the full armor of protection over her. I'm just saying. Miss Courtney, Miss D said at least she will leave without having to owe anyone. Well, you know what? She probably still will owe whatever residual she owes them, and she's not getting her security deposit back. And they're going to upcharge her for whatever damages are in that place. From what I understand, she's been in that townhome for a multitude of years, since her daughter was in high school, as she explained it. And she recently said her daughter is 25. So 18, 19, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7 years she's been there since her daughter has graduated from high school. And who knows how long she had been there before the kids graduated from school. So, wear and tear, that crazy ass fucking son knocking holes in walls, the grandkids running around there fucking with markers and crayons and shit, dogs pissing unruly and uncontrollable all up and through there. She's not getting her security deposit back, and she's probably still going to have to owe on top of the security deposit to get shit fixed. I know, I'm a landlord, and I've had shitty renters before, and their security deposit sometimes does not cover all the damage that they cause in the house. So even if she did pay that little bit of money and it wasn't quite the $3,050 that she needed, she's still going to probably be on the hook for them for upwards of $1,000 or $2,000 once they factor in all the damage. She said her door was kicked off the hinges. She said her son kicked the fucking door off the hinges. I've never had to replace a door kicked off the hinges, so I don't know what the cost of that is. But I did have to replace my front door because we had a nice piece of, it was a nice front door with like a decorative glass piece in it. And the fucking tenants, one of their kids threw something at it and it broke the glass. So we had to replace that. We didn't have to replace the frame and all that shit like when somebody kicks it in. But that was still a decent piece of money. So... Victoriously Shay said, right, Thotiana, that security deposit ain't enough money. No, it's not. And especially when she moved in, 10 years ago, security deposits were low back then. What was it? Maybe $350 10 years ago. And this is Florida that we're talking about. You know, this is the South. They don't really high charge people for security deposits like that in the South, like they would if your ass was living up north. So hopefully it'll work out for her. You know, either way, I'm going to watch if she's coming live from her apartment or if she's coming live from a box. Either way, I'm going to watch and I'm going to gag the fuck down, bitch. So... either way, it's all good for my entertainment. Mixology said, after 10 years, normal wear and tear don't count like carpets and paint. Holes and other damage aren't covered. Yep. Exactly. And I mean, that son of hers, you know, that nigga he probably was known for knocking holes in walls. Okay. You tell that motherfucker no, he get upset and go punch a fucking hole in the wall. Victoria C. Shea said, I'm in Arizona. Your security deposit is the same as the rent. Okay. I can't remember the last time I rented, that shit was like, 2004. So that was a long time ago. And I can't quite remember what my security deposit was. But I remember you have to put down your first month's rent, last month's rent, and security deposit. You have to put all that down just to move in. And if my rent was $850 back then, and I think my security deposit was like $500, I'm just guesstimating. But child, she say these days the security deposit is the same as the fucking rent. See, Nep say his security deposit was $750, and he's from the South. Okay, and see that's a decent security deposit. I can't even, the renters that I got in my house right now, they've been in there so long I couldn't even tell you what I charged them for a security deposit. I can't remember. But I know when they move out, that security deposit is not going to be enough to fucking fix all the shit in the house that needs to be fixed. And, you know, unless they are actually fucking knocking holes in walls and burning carpet and shit like that, I'm going to give them their security deposit back. Because I know what it is not to get it back over bullshit reasons. So... all right, let me get to some more notes. Okay, so in this past week, it seems like the gay community over here in the beef sector has just been taking a beating. And it started with Quanetta. Mixology said, twiddle our thumbs over the like, please, and thank you. Yes, thank you guys. Please consider hitting the like or the dislike button. Either way, I ain't fucked up about it. Don't ask me. Ish said my security deposit was 1,000, and I had to pay first and last month rent in Philly, so 3,000 to move in. Okay, yep, that's about right. So even if Dovie, it would be best for her to stay where she's at. I don't know what she had these dreams of moving somewhere else. She can't barely afford to pay the $1,250. How is she gonna afford first month's, last month's, and security deposit and move something else? I mean, these are fucking delusions of grandeur. But whatever. She's a whole goddamn grandmother out here raising the second generation of ain't shit niggas. So who are me to judge? Nep say the gay sector be tickling my spine. LOL. So the gay community in the beef sector has really been highlighted in this past week. It started with Quannie. She decided that she wanted to come out here and cuss out the gays. Fucking ridiculous shit. Her video was flagged and taken down. She came back mad, pretending that she wasn't mad. Y'all know Quannie, that's a particular bird there. That is a particular bird. That bitch will come up and say, I don't care. You can flag my video, I don't care. And when she says the shit like that, you can just tell she's sitting over there with her lip fucking poking out 1,000 miles past her face. She's so touched and bothered. I can just imagine her sitting over there pouting, looking like the dirty little boy she is. Like, I grew up with a little brother, so I'm no stranger to little boys and how they fucking pout. And it is very reminiscent of that shit that Quannie got going on over there. Yes, Victoria She a fucking bird. If I had to compare what kind of bird Quannie is, generally I would say a vulture, but no, a vulture is too classy for her. That bitch is more of a fucking turkey. Just useless other than for slaughter. What the fuck use does a turkey have other than to be slaughtered? The turkeys are the fucking pigs of the bird family. Bitch, you're a turkey. You're a pig of the bird family, Quannie. But whatever. Nep said, I'm mad Thotiana called Quannie Woodstock from Charlie Brown. We are not going to disrespect Woodstock like that. Woodstock is adorable. We are not going to disrespect Woodstock like that. Even though the shoe does kind of fit, because the bitch's hair is yellow and frazzled, and she do have that big ass nose, beak looking hybrid thing, just like Woodstock got. So, you know what, Nep? You may be on the right fucking track with that Woodstock comparison. You may be on the right track, Nep. I'm going to give you your flowers on that one, Nep. So I don't know what the fuck Quannie's problem with the gay community is, specifically, especially since she's over here in the beef sector. It's kind of like if you got a problem with prison food and you keep taking your ass to prison. Like, what? Bitch, are you fooling yourself into believing you have a problem with this? And not only that, like the only people Quannie has ever met in real life off of YouTube are gay men. And I would dare to say they're flamboyant gay men. They're not, the Anderson Coopers. They're obviously gay. You can see they're gay when they get out the car. You can tell they're gay before they say a word. So what is that all about? Is it a way for her to try to connect with her estranged son? Because people around here say that he's gay, and she's never denied it. So, what is that? Mixology said, what's her problem, period? You know what, Mixology, if I had to analyze it, I probably would say it's a way to her, it's a way for her to try to connect with her estranged son. You know, if he is truly gay, with that bitch being the way that she is, you know he wants nothing to do with her. Most likely he has cut that bitch out of his life if he is truly gay because of the way she is. We know how she is. Hey, Chris G, how are you? Happy birthday, Heffa. I think I seen it was your birthday recently. You too, View. I forgot to tell you, View. I seen that it was your birthday about a week or two ago, and I just kept forgetting to tell you. Happy belated birthday to you also, View. Mixology says she wants nothing to do with herself. So, like I said, I don't know if the boy is gay. I just know that people have accused him of being gay, and I know I have not heard her say that it wasn't true. Actually, I've heard her say shit that kind of leans into it. So, it's I don't know. It's really weird and it's really strange. And you know, for those of us who were lucky enough to have good mothers, watching a bitch like Quanny just reaffirms how good and decent our regular mothers were, because Jesus Christ, if I had to come up under that bitch, if I had to come up under that bitch, child. Oh, happy birthday to your mom too, Christy. So, I mean, I don't know. Even animals treat their children with more kindness than I imagine Kwani treated her children with. But it's hard to say, though. It's hard to say because we do know a little bit. I know I have heard that she sent her children to private school as well. I know I have heard that she used to drive the bus to the school. So she was some type of, I guess she tried to be some type of decent parent, but it just kind of didn't work out because of who she is. And Kwani has mental issues on top of all that shit. Like, y'all can't deny that bitch has some type of schizophrenia, manic bipolar, like something's going on there. So I don't know too much about it, but I do know that a lot of those symptoms, they get worse as you get older. So maybe she just wasn't this bad as a younger mother. Maybe it just wasn't. Maybe it just gets worse and worse every year, because from the time that we've been watching her ass, it seems to be getting worse and worse every fucking year. What Jay Wilson and Bless Watkins say is getting worser and worser. It is getting worser and worser. Hey, Andrea, how are you? Chris G say she cussed me out the other night. I left a comment and she went up talking about chili and crackers. Was that you, Chris G? I didn't know who the fuck. I thought she was talking about Jason. Bitch, I thought she was talking about Jason with the chili and the crackers. I know that was you, Chris G. Oh my God, that psychotic fucking bitch. It's no different than when William Carruthers drives. She's fucking screaming like a psychotic fucking buzzard about, where is the straight man in the sector? Where are they? It ain't none around here. Mr. William Carruthers drops down and he's like, well, I'm a straight man. Get your ass out of here, William. Get the fuck out of here, William. He's like, wait a minute, bitch. You were asking a question. I answered your question. You didn't like the fucking answer. And now you want to flip on me. Kwani is good for that shit. The bitch is psychotic. She's absolutely fucking terrifyingly psychotic. If that bitch was more than like 37 pounds, I would say people should be scared. But since she's a teeny tiny little fucking ant fleck of a bitch, there's nothing that you should be scared of. Chris G said, I'll send you what I said. She deleted it, but now I know she don't like me. Chris G, you should have known she didn't like you anyway because you're white. She said she got a real problem with white people. And somebody, I think it was James the other day, told was doing his cleanup, and I'm surprised he didn't know because James is real good with keeping up with shit and kind of watching everything. Well, James in his cleanup the other day said something about he wanted to know how Kwani felt about the white sister-in-law. Because y'all know Kwani's brother, what's that nigga name? It's some stupid. Cortez with a Q. Kwani, he wanted to know how Kwani felt about Cortez's white wife. Well, Kwani has already expressed her feelings on Cortez's white wife, and she said she didn't like the shit. She said she cornered that nigga and asked him, what the fuck is this about? Why you couldn't keep it in the Black Pride, Black Power universe? She basically said that she checked his ass on it, and he was like, I love who I love, and there ain't nothing she can do about it. But I mean, if she checked him on it, I know it is tension around there during the holiday season. And from the pictures and stuff that we see of her family, even though they are some ugly troglodyte motherfuckers, they look to be kind of decent people, which would stand to reason why every holiday Kwani is online alone for 6, 7, 8 hours getting drunk, crying, and freaking the fuck out. It's because her family does not invite her to these functions because she showed her ass behind her brother and that white wife. I'm just guesstimating here. These are not facts. I don't know. But from looking at what the fuck I can see, bitch, I'm going to put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, they all Q's over there, Chris. It's a fucking, I can't remember what that sister's name is, but it's some stupid ass Q shit too. Like they gave y'all niggas no hope of ever obtaining a meaningful position in life because they started you out with the most raggediest, ratchetest fucking name. Like you see that name coming, bitch. You put that name on the application and you know what's showing up to the interview, bitch. I'm just saying, but she thinks she's so fucking above. I'm just saying, as a manager, as a hiring person, I wouldn't give a fucking application with the name Quanetta across the top. I wouldn't give that bitch a second look. That's just me. Because I know what an application with the name Quanetta written across the top, I know what that shit brings. Fucking drama. And who wants that? If I have the choice of hiring a Quanetta or an Allison, bitch, I'm probably going with Allison. I'm just saying. Chris G said, I remember when you drugged them all, drugged them and said all that. Mm-hmm. See, my day one bitches know this ain't no new shit for us over here. I've been I was the one who drugged that bitch to her fucking knees and made them bloody. I'm the reason everybody walking around here saying the bitch look like a little boy in the body and in the face. All that shit come from me. Because I drugged the shit out of her, Curtis, Amber, what's that other fucking bitch? Cortez, all them bitches got drug on that night. You know, no, I ain't gonna re-upload the video. If I ever have static, like real static with the bitch again, I'm not gonna drag her ass again. I'm just gonna re-upload the old video because it's gonna be new to a lot of motherfuckers. I'm not going back and forth with these bitches. I'm just gonna re-upload old drags since y'all like to drag motherfuckers with old information anyway. Just re-upload your old drags. It's easier. It's simpler. Save your fucking breath for your deathbed. Mixology, you say put it on members only. Members only. We're going to save the members only for the real nasty dragging. Like the shit that I would be kind of embarrassed or or I have too much couth to say out in real public, we're going to say that shit back on the members only. You're going to get the real uncut in the members only. It ain't nobody safe. Chris G said you slow cooked her effortlessly. It doesn't take a lot of effort to fucking slow cook a turkey, a bird. You throw that bitch in the pot and you put the lid on and you turn it on low. Let that bitch simmer. Sprinkle some seasoning in there after a while. All right, y'all. Let me get back to these funky notes, child. So when Kwani decided she wanted to go off on the gay community in the beef sector, she let everybody have it. Timothy Blaine was not Timothy Blaine was not amused at all. He cussed that bitch completely out and it was amazing. I didn't write down any highlights from what Tim said, but I do remember I giggled and gagged down throughout his whole video. Tim, I like when Tim is talking calmly and then he just kind of explodes into that fucking psychotic screaming and shit. That shit just drives me crazy. I love it. Chris G said that's what people don't get. I stay being respectful. Now I've gotten cussed out by 3 people. You know what? That's what your nice ass get, Chris G. You know, nice guys finish last over here. So if y'all didn't see Tim Blaine cuss Kwani out, if you skipped it, if you think it was maybe something that you've heard before, now you need to go and circle back and watch that shit because it was good and he gave that bitch a 1-2 combo. Okay, hold on real quick, guys. Courtney Miss D say I like the songs. You talking about the songs that Tim comes on here singing for every live? I do too. I think it's real clever that he can always find a way to find a song, specifically like an old school song that matches the energy of his live. I think that is very clever, and I do like that. I do. Okay, let me see. So, have y'all been watching this whole shit with Rita and Reed and Goddess and Madam and Deanna and Connect Dot? Have y'all been keeping up with this shit? Because I tried, but I can't. And I can't because it's confusing. And it's confusing because I feel like these bitches ain't telling the whole story. I feel like it's holes in the situation, which makes it confusing. I don't want to say nobody lying. I just want to say that I don't feel like they're telling the whole story. I feel like it's a lot of subliminal shit going on. Nobody is reporting on it, which also tells me that nobody else fucking understands it. And then that shit spiraled into a situation where it's just now Rita versus Reed to the point to where Rita did another one of her infamous 12-hour lives. Yes, I said Rita did a fucking 12-hour live in case you niggas missed it. Actually, it was 11 hours and 47 minutes, but we're going to round it up. We're just going to round it up. 12 fucking hours. I didn't watch her 12-hour live. I stopped in there for maybe 5 minutes of it. I got nothing. By the time I stopped in there, it was the morning time. She was literally just talking. It sounded like she was rambling and talking to try to keep herself awake. Like, do y'all have anybody in your family that's one of those type of motherfuckers that talk so much they will talk themselves to sleep? That's what it was giving. It was giving like, bitch, are you about to talk yourself to sleep? Or what is going on here? Okay, mixology. Excuse me. View said I'm good for 1 hour per CC. You know what, View? Me too. I'm good for an hour per content creator if the shit is funny. If I'm getting a good giggle like consistently, I will stick with you for 2 or 3 hours. You know. But I have to keep getting that good giggle consistently, or it has to be a interesting topic to me. Courtney Miss D said, "Yeah, no, I'm not watching anybody 12 hours straight." And how do you even fucking do that? How do you do that? How does it? My voice will give out on me, bitch. My voice will say no after maybe like hour. I don't know. After maybe hour 10, because at work I do have to talk a lot, communicate a lot, yell a lot. So, that's 8 hours of constant talking at work, but ugh, it's a little different. I feel like when you're talking to people as opposed to just screaming at your phone. And then I heard Reed say that the baby was over there screaming and crying in the background as per usual. She was ignoring the baby as per usual. I was like, see now, bitch, I was over here giving that bitch the benefit of the doubt. I was like, okay, Rita have turned her life around. She's trying to do better. They got that child in school. But it seems like maybe I was giving her a little bit too much credit. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch the shit. I gave her 5 minutes out of the 12 hours. So I'm really telling y'all information based on what I heard Reed said, because I did actually listen to Reed's videos. But y'all know that Reed is biased in the situation because she's beefing with the bitch. So she's gonna say shit that's probably not 100% true. But that's what I'm reporting on, bitch. But the thing that is 100% true is that her ass was over there live for 12 fucking hours, and that baby was screaming in the background, and she decided to ignore him as usual. And not only that, he was up late. Like, I understand he has autism. I understand that. But there is autistic kids, they are able to have a fucking bedtime. That is not beyond the realm of impossibility for an autistic child to have a fucking bedtime and a routine. But I think that's the issue. He has no fucking routine. Kids need a routine to take their asses to sleep at night. Any decent parent worth their salt will tell you that. And it just seems that she has no routine. We've seen her on live for these 10, 12, 15-hour stints before. And during any part of the live, is she doing bath time with that child? Is she, rocking and soothing? Okay, we're about to lay down. None of that shit. The boy ain't got no fucking routine. So, Miss Thing. Shout out to Kimmy. We're going to move along from that shit because it just upsets me. Mixology say I was thoroughly entertained by Chris G last few lives. You know what? Me too, Mixology. Yes, and calming down periods. Like, the parents in the chat knows what it is to have a baby and to put that baby down at night. It's a routine, and it starts with bath time. Like, 80% of parents start their night routine with bath time. We've seen Rita on here for hours and hours and hours and hours. She doesn't say, hold on, let me put Jay in the bath. Like, none of that shit. I've never fucking heard it. I've never heard it. Has anybody in here ever heard it? Anybody ever heard the bitch run in a tub? Like, she has no problem being live while the boy is around, sitting here screaming and cussing and doing all this stupid shit while he's around. So just put the fucking phone in the bathroom with you when it's bath time. If it's so pertinent and important that you stay on live for 12 fucking hours, bitch. God forbid you have to put the phone down and hit end stream for 30 minutes to go bathe your baby and then come back. Oh, God forbid. But whatever. What the fuck do I know? And not, you know what? Fuck that. And not only that, it's the special needs children, the autistic children. Those are the ones that need your extra attention, your extra care. She doesn't even give that boy the attention and care that a normal baby should receive, much less a baby with special needs. Those other two grown kids, they be out there fighting for their fucking lives. I'm sure those other two kids in that house learned how to use a microwave at the age of 3. Because if they hadn't, if they would have fucking starved. Out there fighting for their lives, child. You know what? Also, I saw this little clip on Instagram of this little girl, a little Baltimore native, and her ass was so grown, and the way she was talking and the subject matter. I'm going to post the shit over on my community tab. When we get off of here, I'm going to post the link to this little thing I seen on Instagram on my community tab. And I just want y'all to see how these kids are being raised these days. These motherfuckers are 40. They got 40-year-old mindsets and 7-year-old bodies because their parents have thrown them to the wolves. Courtney Miss D says she ain't monetized, so it's not like she getting paid. And I don't understand what the fuck. Why is Rita not monetized? Why is she not monetized? It ain't like if she was monetized, her page will be getting thousands of fucking dollars. Why is she not monetized? Did her monetization get snatched and she could never get it back? Just like Reed, why the fuck Reed ain't monetized? I don't understand this shit. Why is Reed not monetized? She's over there selling t-shirts, but she's not monetized on her page. Like, that shit is crazy. Absolutely fucking insane. Did her shit get snatched and she could never get it back? Even when your monetization gets snatched, you can eventually get it. Rico fucking got his monetization back. And we know his shit was snatched for pulling his dick out left, right, and center. So if he can get his shit back, then anybody can get their shit back. It takes a little time, but you can get it back. But it just seems like these bitches are willfully not monetizing their pages. Like, what kind of fucking government check are you bitches getting to where a $300 a month YouTube check will put that shit in jeopardy? Like, what? But whatever. Chris G said my grandson got a hold of my phone and uploaded about 7 TikToks at the point that I was like, nope, I gotta pay attention. That damn TikTok and them kids, Chris G. I don't know what it is about the TikTok and the kids, but it's almost like a drug. Like they can't stay away from it. My grandson is the same thotty at 9 because he be in grown folks' business, child. You got you a firecracker on your hands, Chris G. I don't know. I'm an 80s baby, grew up in the 90s, and back then, as kids, we were able to be just kids. Like this newfangled way of raising these fucking 40-year-old, 10-year-olds, I don't understand it. I don't understand it, child. But I guess it's the way of the world. The world is moving faster. These kids have all kind of information at their fingertips. They can watch any video they want to on demand. So, they're not watching cartoons and shit on TV all day like I had to, which builds their vocabulary, which builds their brain into being fucking 20 at the age of 10, I guess. Yeah. And we went outside, Chris G. We went outside. But shit, I really don't blame these parents nowadays for not letting their kids outside like that because it's dangerous out there. Motherfucking hit and run drivers, people. I saw a video on Instagram yesterday. This motherfucker pulled up to a curb and tried to snatch a 6-year-old girl. The 6-year-old girl had to fight for her life to get away from that motherfucker. So I can understand kids not being outside as much. Because, I mean, it was dangerous times in the 90s when I was a kid, and it's doubly dangerous now. If I was a parent, I would be one of those fucking helicopter parents. I would try not to be, but, I mean, if you're a good parent and you care about your kid, you can't help but to be. In this new world that we living in, you can't help but to be a helicopter parent. Mixology said, I put JD in karate. I need her off this social media influencer type shit. She will be influenced by real morals and values. Exactly. Chris G said, I don't get it either now. I do my 15-year-old different, but my 9-year-old grandson knows Russia's politics. Explain that to me. You know what? When I was 9 years old, we were just learning where Russia was on the world map. The politics of it all really didn't come into play until like college for me. All right, but we're going to move on. Also, back when I was a kid, it wasn't Russia, it was USSR. So let that sink in. You know what, Nep? I'm not going to say I was 9 reading sex books. I am going to say I was 9 reading medical manuals. Because my mom was a OR, emergency room technician in the Army before she got out, before I was born. So she had a lot of medical textbooks and manuals and things. So that's kind of how I got my early sex education, was from reading her medical books and texts and manuals. And it was this one article in one of her books about this young girl. I think she was maybe 7, but she had that disease to where she developed breasts really early and got her period at like 5. So I would read that article a lot, and that kind of opened my eyes up a little bit to puberty and sex and all that shit, to where I didn't have to be asking my parents no fucking questions because I had a book. And I had the Encyclopedia Britannica. Shout out to everybody who remembers the motherfucking Encyclopedia Britannica. Google before Google, bitch. If it wasn't in the Encyclopedia Britannica, then we didn't know about it. And my dad had a payment plan. We had books coming in every month to build that motherfucking Encyclopedia Britannica library. Shout out to my niggas who remember that shit. Nep said, well, damn, Thotiana, slide me them books. So, I mean, I learned what I learned as a child from books and, TV. So I guess it's no different than these newfangled kids learning everything they learned from the internet. Mixology says, shout out to the encyclopedia. Do y'all remember having to do fucking book reports and papers and using those fucking encyclopedias? Oh my God. Ugh. The internet didn't become a thing until I was in college, and it still wasn't really a thing. It wasn't a thing to the point to where I was able to go on the internet during my college years. I never wrote fucking papers. I would go on the internet and it wasn't even a Google search back then. It was Ask Jeeves. I would go on the internet. I would ask Jeeves search my thesis or my topic, and I would copy and paste and click and put my fucking paper together that way. Hit print and turn it in. And the technology was so archaic back then. There was no way for teachers to ever know that all this information for my paper came off of copy and paste on the internet. Now, they can't get away with this shit nowadays because there are programs out there. And you have to email your fucking paper in. I was still handing in typed papers, like sitting in the computer lab at midnight, trying to fucking type this damn paper out to turn in at 7 a.m. type shit. So I was lucky. I was one of the last generation of regular college before this whole internet shit took off. Yes. Now, Ass Jeeves, Pennyworth motherfucking ass. This was before Google was even I don't even think Google existed back then. It was Bing and it was Ask Jeeves. And then after Ask Jeeves, it just turned to ask.com. So that's how I got all my A's on my papers in college, fucking copy and paste. And I think I did buy maybe 1 or 2 papers off the internet back when that shit was like new. And I was so scared to even buy something off the internet because I thought they were going to steal my money. Courtney Miss D, Yahoo! Yes, AOL, bitch. Why I still got my AOL email? Why I still got my AOL email? I don't use it. I definitely do still use my Yahoo email, though. I use that shit pretty often for all my important stuff. Google is for my fly-by-night bullshit stuff, but that Yahoo email address is for grown-up stuff. You know what? I don't know about Math Tunnel. I never heard about that. I've never heard about that before. So if I had to go back to college now and do that shit all over again, I wouldn't, because I'm not willing to do all that fucking research and write all them fucking papers on my own fruition. Hell no. Nope. Ooh. Yes, I know I am very familiar with the Dewey Decimal System. I can go in the library right now and pull up any fucking book you want, because we were made to learn the Dewey Decimal System. I went to private school. Our class sizes were very small, so we were taught an array of things. We were taught how to, write a letter, where you on the front of the envelope, where your name goes, where the other person's name goes, where the stamp goes. Like, we were taught basic fucking, like, we were taught how to balance a checkbook. We were taught how to write a check in the 5th grade. So, and it really irks me because I run into grown-ups these days. I was at work the other day, and it was a fella in there, and he had no idea how to he had to send a letter off somewhere. He had no idea how to back a letter, where his name went, where the other person's name went. I'm like, oh my fucking God. And you're like almost 40. But hold on, guys. Okay. Ness says Math Tunnel was one of them sites where you could plagiarize your work. I never heard of that one. Nope, never heard of it. Nep said, I'm currently helping my nieces with cursive handwriting. How schools stop. What? They stopped teaching cursive? Bitch, I still write in cursive. I love writing in cursive. I don't know what it is about cursive. It just seems like I can write stuff out faster because I don't have to pick my pen up off the paper. The Black Box said, it was somebody else who came in here. Hey, Midnight Star, thanks for stopping in. Hey, Black Box. The Black Box said, my first summer job was at a library near Retired Teachers Tower. Those women taught me a lot. Yep. I used to spend like the whole fucking summer. My mom was really good for like taking us on excursions and outings and shit. Oh, we're going to the zoo, or we're doing this, or we're doing that. And a lot of those times she would either take us to Barnes and Nobles, because my brother loved comic books, mangas and stuff, and I was a sneaky little something, so I would be over in the adult book section looking at fucking erotica and shit, while my mom, she was a computer person, so she would be over in the technology section furthering her learning for her job. So we would be in Barnes and Nobles for hours, or we would go to the library. I used to rent movies and shit. Y'all remember when the library used to let you rent movies and shit for free? I had my Blockbuster card, I had my Hollywood video card, and I had my library card, bitch. I was a movie. I love movies, so I was a movie renting somebody. I still got audio books and movies and shit that I never turned into the library sitting up in here to this day. So they did and made me, but this year I sent my son to private school and they are teaching cursive. Yep. And that's the thing. Nowadays, with the way the world is going, the way these class sizes are, if you really want your child to have the optimal learning experience, you're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to pay for it. Or you're going to have to find some type of after school type of situation to send them to further their learning. Like my grandfather used to send me and my brother to the Sylvan Learning Center. Do y'all remember Sylvan Learning Center back in the day? I don't even know if Sylvan still exists. But when we were too old for like daycare and shit after school, my grandfather would pick us up from school because there was no bus system at the private school, and he would drop us off at Sylvan for a couple of hours. Oh, Nep said, I hated Sylvan. I like Sylvan, Nep. They used to give us these little prizes and candy and shit when we would get the answers right. You know, my fat ass was here for anything concerning candy. Yes, Midnight Star. There was a rental place called Blockbuster. All right, y'all. We done got off into a tangent. We getting back into the beef sector. Okay, Kumon. Okay. I've heard of Kumon. Manny said they have Kumon and Code Kids now. Chris said, I was so against that private because I looked at it differently, but he's there and his friends are too. You know what, Chris G? In the long run, it is expensive. It is very expensive, but in the long run, it is going to make all the difference. It is going to make all the difference. He is going to be able to read fluently. He's going to be able to do basic everyday fucking math. He's going to be able to think and reason at a level that is higher than these basic bitches around here. So, it is expensive. It is a trial and a tribulation, but in the end, it is worth it. Okay, so now we're going to talk about Tracy and these naked pictures that she posted. We're going to stop talking about important grown-up stuff. We're going to get back to the beef. Did y'all get a chance to see those nude pictures on Tracy's community tab? That shit was insane. First of all, y'all know Mutt, her body timing clock is off. So right now in the day, when all of us normal air breathing humans are up and awake and productive, that bitch is somewhere in her fucking coffin or hanging upside down by her clawed feet like the bat rat bitch she is, asleep because her fucking internal clock is off. So when she posted those pictures, she posted them in the heat of the night. So bitch, when I woke up at like 7 a.m, got myself together and turned on my phone, that was literally the first thing I saw was a bald-headed lally in my face. A little context, y'all. I work with this guy, and he is real geeky. I'm talking like damn near Dovie geeky, right? And he said he like a woman with a little hair on her crotch. He don't want no bald-headed lally. So now I just call it bald-headed Lally. So anytime y'all hear me say bald-headed Lally, that's what we talking about. We talking about a hairless female crotch. So Tracy is up here posting bald-headed Lally. And literally, I turn my fucking phone on. I come into YouTube. That is the first shit my eyes are accosted with in the morning. Like, my shit's still blurry. I can't even fully focus. I'm laying on my side. The phone keeps going from the side to the top view. You know how when you laying on your side, how your phone want to act up sometimes and give you that side view. So I'm like, what the fuck is that? It took me literally like 10 minutes to realize that I was looking at bald-headed Lally. Oh, Tracy. And then the next picture was of like some little A-cup chicken cutlets. Now, the A-cup chicken cutlets were very questionable, because we have seen multiple pictures of Lady Snoop in multiple angles, and Lady Snoop does not even have that much titty. Like, even though the picture that Tracy posted was definitely an A-cup chicken cutlet, Lady Snoop does not have that much titty, so I knew something was off. I also knew something was off because Lady Snoop, her skin is not that bright. Now, even though this was a chocolate girl that Tracy posted, she had a bright tone to her skin. Lady Snoop's skin is not that bright. Lady Snoop has an ashen tone to her skin. Almost like a shit Trish has that ashen tone to her skin. And the third thing that let me know something was a little off with this situation is because, hold on, the third thing that let me know something was off from that situation is because the bald-headed Lally looked a little bit too pristine to belong to a troglodyte Lady Snoop looking bitch. Like, ain't no way Lady Snoop face and them fucking elongated ET ass arms with them big bulbous fingers and all that. There ain't no way all that's going on, but the bald-headed Lally looks damn near to perfection. I'm like, okay, something's wrong here. Something's fucking wrong here. Dr. Lovebug, aka Vero, hey, what's up? They said there were no tats. You know what? I like I said, Lady Snoop's skin is not a bright tone. It's more of a darker ashen tone. So I didn't even know the bitch had tattoos. If she has tattoos, I can't see them on my phone. They blend the fuck in with her skin. But Tracy, being the dumb, stupid dog that she is, having already lost pages this year, I believe she lost 2 pages this year, decides she wants to post nudes, questionable nudes that were so questionable that the majority of the people decided that they were going to consider those to be child pornography nudes. Hey, Tisa, how are you? So Tracy decided she wanted to post questionable nudes on her fucking page. Not only that, like, she posted them at a time. I know her brain didn't even fucking function to know that her people were going to be waking up in the morning and the first thing we were going to see on our phones was bald-headed Lally. Bitch, that shit, it fucked my morning up. Do you know who your audience is, Tracy? Do you know who your audience is? Do you look at your analytics and see that like 97% of your subscribers are females? And you think that we would want to see that on our fucking phones, and not only for you to post it, you didn't even post a fucking cover, like a cover pic. Y'all know when you post multiple pictures on your tab, you can swipe across. The first picture that bitch should have been posted should have been a warning picture. A warning picture. But no, this bitch has no consideration for her subscribers at all. She has no considerations that her subscribers' children may watch YouTube from their mother's accounts at all. I heard Miss Intel over there saying the other day that her littlest soundbite is real good for picking up her phone and accidentally blocking people. So if that's the case, then the littlest soundbite could have picked up the phone and seen those titties and that bald-headed lally on the fucking screen. What is wrong with this bitch? What is fucking wrong with her? And she's still playing these stupid ass police games. Like, I barely watch this fucking dog these days because unless she's cussing somebody out, she's not entertaining to me. I definitely don't go over there for no fucking news because that's a joke. That is a joke and a half. Dr. Lovebug, aka Vero, say I barely want to look at mine. And not only that, just the way that it was thrust in the camera. It was assaulting. I felt assaulted. I really do. I flagged that bitch. Now, I don't never flag people's community tabs and shit, but I flagged that bitch on that day. I surely the fuck did. Courtney Miss D she was say she was trying to break the internet. Well, it seems that she have a whole new group of new people threatening to roll up on her and whoop her ass. I said, ain't this giving very much deja vu? Tracy always have a pack of people somewhere ready to roll up on her and whoop her ass. It's a good thing the bitch has given herself a taste of that Susie style self-imposed house arrest. Because if she was truly out here in these real streets, somebody would have caught that bitch by now and given her a nasty piece of Target parking lot beat down. Courtney Miss D say it happened every 3 to 6 months. You got that right, Courtney Miss D. Vero said that body was no Kim K to be breaking the internet. That shit gonna get Tracy's jaw broke. Fuck breaking the internet. Her jaw gonna get broke. She keep playing these fucking games. And then come to find out, allegedly, according to sources, that the picture was not only not Lady Snoop, it was a lazy try on top of that, because allegedly they swiped the picture from the same site that they say Brooke Valentine is over there using for her prostitution situation. Speaking of prostitution, bitch. Did y'all get a chance to see that shit they was talking about with Ness and her fucking pimp last night? Now, y'all know I'm not subscribed to that goofy bitch. Nothing that bitch says is funny. The only thing that comes from over there that's funny is her face, because it's funny fucking looking. Ness looks like if you would close your eyes and just imagine the nigga from Green Mile, Michael Clark Duncan, imagine him with a curly holiday heart style wig on and titties. That's what I imagine Ness's mother to look like. She birthed that fucking troglodyte out of her fucking beefy managed pussy to look just like her, like the Michael Clark Duncan fucking Cyclops lookalike that she is. And here this bitch got a nerve and want to sell a piece of pussy? Child. You know, I can't even be mad about it though, because I am subscribed to Soft White Underbelly. And from what it seems to me is that, you know, looks are not really a factor when it comes to selling pussy. It is truly a thing that niggas don't care what your face look like. And if Ness is not a testament to that shit, I don't know what is. Bitch, it was given soft white underbelly over there last night from what I hear. Since been pimping, since been pimping, since been pimping, I hear. That bitch was getting a smackdown laid upon her for her slacking. I hear. Yes, Nep, that bitch she looks so much like the Green Mile that I'm convinced that her mother looks like Michael Clark Duncan with titties and a wig. You can't tell me nothing different. And got nerve to want to sell a piece of that raggedy ass pussy. Like, what in the fucking Christian cult is going on here? Oh, Jesus. The way these people live. Ugh. It got nerve to want to talk shit about somebody. Bitch, you got priorities fucked up. Now, y'all know me and Ness don't get along. We've been going back and forth for a couple of years. Well, not really. I'll say some shit. She says some shit. We move on. It ain't really been a beef. But that bitch with that face on her face have the nerve to say I look like fucking Reptar. Like, really, bitch, you can't come up with nothing better than Reptar. We're talking, what's the name of that shit? A Rugrats read. That's all you got from me, bitch, is a Rugrats read? Like, get the fuck out of here. But it's cool. Because at least I don't look like no nigga. All right, moving the fuck along. Like I said, did anybody in here see that shit last night? Because I missed it. I caught the highlights and what people were saying about it. Yes, Nep. Like, get the fuck out of here. Girl, who the fuck even know? If you're not a pop culture person, who the fuck even knows what a Reptar is, bitch? Womp womp. Fucking goofball ass bitches. You should have swallowed that shit, bitch. Like your mama should have swallowed you. But I digress. Baby, these bitches is cutting up this morning. Y'all know that the morning time is my time to come live. Everybody and they fucking mama want to be live this morning. Pissing me off. I'm upset that I'm over here missing the tea. But we gonna do what we do. We almost done, y'all. Let's see. Nep says she looked like Heffa from Rocco's Modern Life. Now that's a read in itself. You know what, Nep? I've always said that Boss Lady New Jersey reminds me of Bev Big Head. Let that marinate for a minute, Nep. I want you to close your eyes and imagine Bev Big Head from Rocco, and then close your eyes and imagine Boss Lady New Jersey. Bitch, tell me if I'm not spot on, Nep. Tell me if I'm not spot the fuck on. That's how you do a cartoon read, Ness, with your stupid ass. But whatever. Okay, so with Tracy over there posting, Nep said, I hate you. You spot on. Nep, I've been having that one in the chamber for a couple of years. Like, I'll be over here seeing shit and peeping shit and saying shit to my bitches and to myself that I don't necessarily bring out here to y'all, but it gets spicy over here sometimes. Okay, so the day after Tracy posted those fucking bald-headed lally pics assaulting my eyes, Jason decides he wants to take it upon himself to post up Miss Odetta in her casket. Now, if y'all don't know who Miss Odetta is, that is Tracy's mama. And y'all know Jason is good for a nasty piece of casket pic over there on his necrophiliac channel. And then, that's crazy to me because the motherfucker decided he wanted to name his page Necrophiliac's Lounge, which necrophilia is basically people who are obsessed with fucking the dead. And now he's constantly posting her dead mama's pics, which tells me he's probably over there jacking off to Odetta's picture, which is disturbing in all kind of ways. And if I was Tracy, that would be my focus. To get my mother's casket picture out of the hands of a motherfucker who clearly takes a sexual liking to the dead. I'm just saying. But, Tracy, you can't tell that bitch shit and her focus be off sometimes. Let's just say that. But bitch, if you needed to focus on something, that's where you need to focus on. The motherfucker who tells you that he has an affinity for the dead and the fucking of the dead, and he got a hold to your mama's dead casket picture. Bitch, put two and two together. What's he doing with that casket picture over there, girl? He ain't just posting it on YouTube. Now, Dovie for the past couple of days has said that Jay Wilson be over there while he's on live playing with his dick under the blanket, letting Lyric lick on his dick under the table where we can't see. But I think it might be another person out here on these mean streets giving they dick a tickle, doing some nefarious shit. Nep said necrophilia people actually work at morgues. Hint, hint. Mm-hmm. Vero said, is he trying to match her energy pick for pick? It seems kind of like that, Vero. It seems kind of like that. But you know what? Hold on, y'all. You know what? I do remember seeing Odetta's picture back in the day when Susie and Chopper were posting the shit. Well, not Chopper, but Susie specifically. I remember seeing the picture. But upon seeing it again a couple of years later, I will say Miss Odetta was a nice looking woman and they laid her out real nice. So that's one thing Tracy can be proud of. She can be proud that whatever picture it is, even though it is very fucking morbid, it is a nice picture of her mama. They lay her out real, real, real. I will say that. Now, y'all know, as Black people, we ain't no strangers to funerals. So, of all the people that I've seen laid out over the years, Miss Odetta was one of the best looking ones. I will give that to her. So, at the end of the day, Tracy, she really can't feel no type of way about that part of the situation because her mama sure did look good. She did. You can see a little bit of Tracy's resemblance in Miss Odetta, but not very, very much. You can tell that they related. But Miss Odetta, she sure did look good. So that's what I took away from the situation. And that was the first thing I said when I saw the picture again. I said, dang, Miss Odetta sure look good. So, I guess silver linings. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is this thing with QB and ZX. So y'all know that they never really, they never really got along. QB never saw it for ZX, never fucking saw it for his ass. And, I commend QB on standing on his motherfucking grounds and his motherfucking morals. QB said, fuck a merger. Ain't no merger where I'm sitting at, bitch. QB also peeps all ZX's thirsty ass ways, and he calls that shit out. So when it comes to the battle between them motherfuckers, y'all know I am Team QB all day, every day. But what is cute and what is interesting, did y'all see last night? It was so cute. Did y'all see Riri fighting for his boo? Did y'all see Rick Reed over there swinging and fighting for his boo QB? I said, oh, look at him. Now, y'all remember a couple of lives ago, I told y'all that thing with QB and Rick Reed has an air of sexual tension laced with it. And I told y'all that, you know, even though Rick Reed do like to call himself trying to beat up on QB, but it's not beating up on QB because QB gives it back just as good as he fucking gets. QB fights toe to toe, claw to claw with Rick Reed, and neither one of them backs down. But last night, with this whole thing with GX, Rick Reed say, bitch, grown gums, you will not put your hands on my bitch. And Rick Reed came down here, baby. That motherfucker was swinging and windmilling his ass off of his boo-boo QB. And it was so, to me, it was so cute. I was like, oh. I told y'all, if QB would ever make arrangements or like allow Rick Reed to meet up, y'all think that Rick Reed would not meet up with QB and have the time of his fucking life? Y'all are crazy. Rick likes QB. He also likes to pick on QB. It's no different than like that schoolhouse shit. You know, as a little girl, it would be that boy who would come up to you every day at recess and pull your fucking ponytail. Why is he pulling your ponytail? Because he likes you. That's what it equates to for me. And it really solidified my theory the way that Rick Reed came at GX last night. He was threatening to rape the old fella. He said he was going to corner the old guy, rip his belt loops off, snatch his Wranglers down, and run dick up his back. That's what Rick said for fucking with his boo QB. I can probably guarantee you that's the first time ZX has ever been threatened with rape. But that's what the beef sector gives, bitch. You over here fucking with these homosexual and gay guys, and you think it ain't gonna get grimy, bitch. So generally, for me, rape is no laughing matter, but for some reason, that shit last night tickled the goddamn hell out of me. That shit last night had me so tickled. Excuse me, guys. So, that's how I saw the situation. I saw it as Rick fighting for his boo, and I thought it was absolutely adorable. Moving along. So also, y'all know that Jay Wilson and Deanna have been going back and forth these past couple of days, right? I really love it when Deanna and Jay Wilson go back and forth because they both of them are funny as fuck. And some of the shit they be coming out of their mouth is just so outlandish and outrageous and hilarious. Deanna had on her screen yesterday while she was dragging Jay Wilson, she had his foot on one side and she had a picture of some ham hocks on the other side. And bitch, if them feet did not look like them ham hocks, I squalled, bitch. I squalled till I was out of breath, bitch. So I really like it when them two fight. Like it's a couple of people out here when they really get into it. Jay Wilson and Timothy Blaine, I fucking love. Every time Jay Wilson lets Tim up on the panel, I fucking love it. Jay Wilson and Deanna, love it. Rico and Stomp Down, I love that shit. That shit is hilarious. I like when James fights with QB because QB be dragging the black off of that nigga and it be hilarious. Like those, there's a couple of little, they can fight until the goddamn horns blow for the rapture to come. I don't care. I will be present for every episode of the fight because it just gets funnier and funnier. And that's the cleverness of the beef sector, being able to take like a few minuscule things that you know about somebody and like being able to spin that shit into some big situation or a big revelation, or how people take guesstimations. You know how we guesstimate about filling in blanks with these people in their lives. These people take guesstimations and they make reality out of the guesstimations. That shit is hilarious to me. Nep said, I'm actually glad I haven't been fighting with anyone because woo! Victoria C. Shea said, me too. I love Timothy Blaine and Jay Wilson. His foot, Deanna said, just give me 1 foot. That's all I need. So yeah, baby. Jay Wilson was over there talking about her feet. And she was over there talking about his foot, baby. And I looked at that picture. I said, ooh, passer. Nigga, why did you show us that? As hard as he drags Deanna about her crusty feet, quote unquote, why would he ever come out here and show us his feet? Even if they were pristine, niggas is gonna talk about it. But they're gonna talk about it. Y'all know that's my shit too, right? Y'all know they stole that from me, right? I was the bitch who came over here and said, if you put it on the YouTube, I'm gonna fucking talk about it. If you don't want me to talk about it, don't put it on here. It's not rocket science. And then he just ran off with my little statement, child. It's cool though. It's nice to know a bitch make a little taint your impact out here. Nep say them feet was giving Moses walking in the main line. And then he had nerve to have Birkenstocks on. First of all, the fact that he said that he reiterated over and over and over before we even saw the feet that he went to go get his feet done for his trip. So once I saw the feet, I said, oh no, I know you did not throw them motherfucking Johnsonville sausages up on that table for Ming Lee to slather down and to scoop the fucking toe jam from between. Then I started feeling bad for all the Chinese ladies over here that work in the nail shops that do feet because they gotta deal with shit like Jay Wilson coming in there, slapping his big ass fucking cow hoofs on the table and expecting Ming Lee to fucking scrape the gunk out of in between them and slather them down with lotion and shit. Oh my God. Oh! Bitch, I'll starve if I had to do feet. It's my living. Ness said it wasn't Ming Lee, it was Zhao Mei. Well, excuse me now. I ain't know Zhao Mei and them have to go through such trials and tribulations just for $1. And then y'all niggas want to turn around and act like you don't know how to tip. I hope he tips Zhao Mei, because that shit was ridiculous. Excuse me. I really do hope he tipped them ladies down to the nail shop. Because when I seen them feet, baby, I said, ooh, it take 4 little Chinese ladies and their little hands to just slather lotion across that big motherfucker. What size shoe you wear, Jay Wilson? Now, if they wasn't so swole up, I probably would say it looked like about maybe a size 11. But with the little extra swelling around the edges, It looked to be about a 13. So you took them big ass 13s in there and stuck them in Zhao Mei face and didn't give Zhao Mei no tip? Not Dagwood's SAPD. Hey, we ate Dagwoods last night. It was delicious. Sorry, off topic, but I'm in your town again. I just need to move here. Makes 4 times this year. Oh, wow. Yay, SAPD. You know what? You might as well come on and move down here. You see the housing prices ain't crazy. You can get in a nice spot down here and live this comfortable beachy life. Now, I will tell you, SAPD, I don't know if you're a male or a female, but if you're a female and if you're black and if you're not natural, be ready for the humidity to fuck with your hair. That's the only thing I will warn you of. Everything else is good to go. Ooh, Nep say I wear 13 and my feet don't look like that. Well, that's because the rest of your body don't look like the rest of his body either. Somebody, I think it was Deanna. She reposted the picture of him when he got up and he was in that red shirt and he was big looking like the Kool-Aid man. You know, I don't know if I disregarded how big he was. I still don't want to say he was. I'm not going to say that Jay Wilson was big, because like I said, once it gets to your wrist and your ankles and shit, that's when you're big. But now upon further investigation, seeing them feet and them ankles, his ass was on the way to big, which is probably another reason why he really jump-started this diet the way that he did and really grabbed that bull by the horns and plowed into this diet the way that he did. Because if them ankles were any indication on what them wrists was finna be, he kind of knows once it hits the wrist, once that fat hits around the wrist, bitch, it's pretty much over. It's pretty much over. And if you do lose weight from that point, you're gonna have all that loose skin and shit. You know, it's one thing that Mark have to deal with an older gentleman. It's another thing if you have to deal with an older gentleman with loose skin and, you know, medical problems and all that kind of shit. Vero said, I always see him sitting down. He get up. He get up every now and again. But, you know, y'all cannot deny the fact. Y'all cannot knock the hustle. Jay Wilson is doing the work to take the weight off, which is more than I can say for a lot of the people who are talking about his weight. I can talk about it because I'm over here doing the work to take my weight off. So in my deluded fucking mind, that gives me the right to talk about it. People who are not doing the work to take the weight off and who are sitting around eating through triple cheeseburgers can't really say anything about it. Doesn't matter if he got a lap band. It doesn't matter if he's taking handfuls of pills. He's doing the work to take it off. What the fuck are you doing? Chris G said, I'm getting that soundbite, Thotty. If y'all don't want me to talk about it, don't put it out. You know what, Chris G? I've been saying it for like a fucking year, but you know, like I said, I don't get that much traffic over here, so sometimes the shit that I say goes to the wayside. And that's fine. That is perfectly fine. Now, why did somebody in Deanna's chat yesterday say that Jay Wilson's dog Lyric looked like a hyena? Why did somebody say Lyric looked like a hyena? And bitch, It ain't one lie told. Oh, I gotta say it. Y'all know I'm dog people, and I had a pit bull. I had a brindle pit bull. His name was Tigger. He was absolutely adorable, but he had that pit bull face. Lyric and Charlie Theodore, they don't really quite have that pit bull face. They are more mutts. So them are two of the ugliest fucking dogs on YouTube. I hate to say it. But Lyric and Charlie Theodore are, ooh, them some hurt face babies over there. Duchess uploaded a video of Charlie Theodore and he was calling him a dire wolf. Blazing got in fucking Duchess's comment section and said that Charlie Theodore's teeth look like Rico's teeth. Oh my God. That's another one. That's another one. I like it when Rico cusses out Blazing. That shit is funny to me. Now, Blazing cussing out Rico is not very funny. I don't know. It's something about Blazing. He just never has really made me laugh. He's good for catching clips and stuff, but he's never really made me laugh. But when Rico gets over there, he cusses Blazing out. That shit is hilarious. What does he call that motherfucker? The Oh, Jesus, I can't remember what he calls. Thank you, Lisa J. Thank you for becoming a member. He calls Blazing a something type of junkie. Damn, I can't remember. I'll remember after I get off of here. Ain't that about a bitch? Oh, basehead. That's what he calls him. Basehead Blazing, something like that. So, did I? Oh, you know what? You know what? Thank you, Nep. Thank you. And I did not miss that beef. I saw that beef, Nep, but it wasn't, y'all didn't really go back and forth. It was like a one and done thing. Drop in the chat, Nep, and let me know if you want me to speak on the Cash App you sent me about that beef. Neb said, because I used to read Blazing. You know what? I remember that. Everyone I was beefing with getting new names, LOL. But yes, Neb, I remember that. All right, let me see what else. Because we are almost done. I think I got like maybe one more thing. Ooh, Nep said, just know I had son shook. Well, like I said, he didn't go hard on you like he likes to go hard on other people. So that was very telling. So it seems like, yeah, somebody was shaking over there because he left that shit alone real quick. You said what you said, he said what he said, and I think you came back one more time and shut that shit down, and that was that on that. I remember that shit now. I don't know why the other ones can't take suit and just do it like how Nep did it. Nep shut that shit down. It wasn't no year-long back and forth. But whatever. Also, guys, I wanted to ask, has anybody seen the Reginia's hair salon? Have anybody seen Reginia's hair salon? I could have swore I was subscribed to a bunch of her pages. I went through my subscriptions. I didn't see her anywhere. Y'all know YouTube is good for unsubscribing you to people whenever the fuck they feel like it. So, is anybody subscribed to Reginia's hair salon? Has anybody seen her around in these streets? It just popped up in my mind the other day, like, where is Miss Regina? Once again, have anybody seen Reginia's hair salon? I haven't seen her in any chats. I haven't seen her uploading any videos. I just wanted to put that bug in y'all's ear to have y'all be on the lookout for Reginia's hair salon. And who is somebody else that y'all haven't seen recently? I was trying to rack my brain for a few more people that, gone missing in action, but I can't really think of any right now. Okay, Courtney Miss D said I haven't. All right, so I know I'm not alone in this, Courtney Miss D. I even tried to search her page name, and her page didn't even come up. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if I want to send y'all out on a scouting mission, the people who are subscribed to her, see if you're still subscribed, I guess. Because I haven't seen or heard hide nor hair of Miss Regina. And y'all know she good for being out here pretty consistently and regularly. So we'll keep her lifted in prayer. And the last thing I want to talk about is right before I came live, I was over in Sean Bradley's chat. And I got there late and I couldn't find the point of the video to where they started having this conversation. But from what I gather, what it sounds like, and from what I gathered from the chat, it sounds like that Sean was talking to Club Chat about possibly, I don't want to say making amends with Nika, but possibly having some type of dialogue with Nika about, their friendship, the things that have happened with them, just, opening dialogue between the two again. And like I said, I couldn't find the point in the video because he had been on for a couple of hours at that point. I'm going to go back and watch the replay sometime during the day, so I probably will be more able to give a full opinion once I hear everything that's going on. But from what I did, okay, she still has her page. Okay, Courtney Misty, thank you. Because I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. I didn't look real hard, but I did look. But with the Sean and the Nika thing, for my opinion, it sounds like, I don't know, it sounds like Sean has had a softening in his heart for Nika and some of the things that she's been through. He did make some statements saying that, it does bother him a little bit when people drag her about him and James taking her to Marshall's, because he says he didn't do that out of being nasty. He did that because, that was his friend and he wanted to do something to her. And for people to take that and try to weaponize it against her, it does touch him in his spirit a little bit. So, I mean, I understand. I understand where he's coming from. I know that they were real friends in real life that had a real life connection. Their kids had real life connections with each other. So the shit was deeper than YouTube for those two. But I also, in the back of my mind, it keeps coming the phrase, no new friends and no old ones either. So what is the purpose of that statement if you're going to continue to let these old niggas back around you? Like, that shit with Chopper and being over there with Club Chat confuses the fuck out of me. I called it out months ago. James called it out recently. I know y'all see that shit. What the fuck is that? That nigga is TSCC. They tried to destroy you and take you down, but now Chopper is persona grata. Get the fuck out of here, but that's just me. But it goes against the no new friends and no old ones either. But like I said, I'm not subscribed to the Patreon. I don't know what the fuck goes on in the background over there. I don't know what happened with that. But as an outside person looking in, it raises my spidey senses and it makes the shit tingly. Yeah, Courtney, Miss D. Why now? What the fuck? What benefit of a friend would Nika bring to you, Sean, to where you would even consider dealing with her again? What benefit does she bring as a friend? None. And from what I can see, for him, now she may bring some benefits to James. It gives him a fucking a roundabout punching bag and a fucking bouncy house to jump on whenever he wants to, and somebody to shade who ain't gonna say nothing back to him. But what benefit does her being in Sean's life again bring Sean? I can't see it bringing anything but fucking drama. Now Sean could be a very, very smart, calculating bitch. And getting back with Nika, excuse me, putting this olive branch out here for Nika to fuck with James. Now that's what you call the long con. And we know Sean Bradley is not above a long con. Shout out to the show. So it's a couple of different angles. You could look at that shit. I'm looking at it from about 3 different angles right now. I haven't quite decided which one is the real one. I'm going to watch the situation closely. And we are going to revisit this situation. Hey, lovely 404. So we are definitely going to revisit this situation. I want y'all to watch the shit closely as well. I just don't see any benefits for Sean by befriending Nika. See, Courtney Miss D says, I don't think James would care. You would think James wouldn't care, but James definitely is going to fucking care. He's going to notice and he's going to care and he's going to start shading because that's just who James is. That is just who James is. And we will know, yes, Key, a long con. Hey, Key. We know Sean is not above a long con. That's my favorite. I like a nasty piece of long con, like movies that show you a long con. I love that shit. I love that shit. So I'm here for it, bitch. If that's what he's doing, I fucks with it. Thank you for sharing, Key. I appreciate you. So I will be keeping my ear to the street on that shit. Because I want to see how that's going to pan out. I want to see what James is going to do. Because he's going to pretend to be unbothered, but we know he's really going to be fucking bothered. We know he's going to be bothered. And we will definitely know he's bothered if James starts popping up in a person's chat who is outrightly against Nika. We know what time it is because that's what the fuck he did to Sean. Back in the day when James and Sean kind of fell out before they said anything to any of us, that was the first fucking video I made. The first video I ever made on YouTube where I was talking was what the fuck is going on with James and Sean Bradley. I was noticing that James wasn't in Sean's chat. Sean wasn't in James's chat. Things seemed to be a little separated between them. This is way before they even started talking about doing the other Vegas trip. This is before James even pulled out of that trip and said he wanted to give Sean the opportunity to do it himself. I peeped the shit way back then. And then all of a sudden, James starts dropping in fucking Susie's chat. They still hadn't officially fallen out by this point. But I'm seeing this shit and I'm like, what the fuck? So James has a few tells. He has a few triggers. He has a few trigger warnings. Okay? So I'm going to watch his ass and see if he is dropping into chats that are blatantly dragging the shit out of Nika. And he lets himself be seen there while they're dragging the shit out of Nika or the day after they drag the shit out of Nika. That's going to be very telling to me. Patterns. Well, we've been out here, those of us who've been out here, we've been out here long enough on these streets to see and to know the patterns if you're paying attention and if your brain is functional enough to pick up on a pattern. Like, for example, I wouldn't expect Rita to pick up any of this shit because the bitch's brain is not that functional. Oh my God, guys, it has been 2 hours. Thought he's already doing that. He's everywhere that Nika is being dragged. Key, you know what? I just made a concerted decision to pay attention to that shit today. I hadn't been paying attention about it previously. But if Key says it's already happening, bitch, I believe you, Key. I believe you. Lovely 404 says, quick question, Thotty. Do you think Susie will be coming back? I am one of those people under the impression I don't think she's coming back, Lovely 404. This beef sector destroyed her fucking life. That bitch had a good job sitting on her ass, answering phones and checking people in at the front desk of the NRA. A good fucking job lost because of YouTube. Her son, when they put them motherfucking silver bracelets around her wrist, her son turned into a whole fainting goat, hit the floor with so much force it shook the house. He passed out when they arrested his mama because of YouTube. Her mother, Susie's mother, was all kind of fucking stressed out, and it was family drama, with them even trying to get her mother here to take care of her kids when she was in jail because of YouTube. Like, so much bad shit happened to that bitch because of YouTube. I don't think she would come back. Now, y'all know I am no fucking Susie fan, but I'm not going to sit here and say that the bitch is as stupid as a Rita or a Dovie or a Tracy. Like, she's not deficient in the brain in that type of way. So I don't think that she would risk her happiness and quiet life that she has built over these 3 years fucking around with us over here in YouTube again, because I've said it before. If the bitch comes back and she comes back with that shit, there are legions of people over here ready to take her the fuck down, and I will do my part. Now, y'all know I don't call no motherfucking agencies. I don't do all that kind of shit, but bitch, I will record every live and I will call the shit out. Every time I see something that ain't right, bitch, I'm calling it out. Hand me my Bible and my shotgun, because we are going to have to fight evil once again. That's the energy that is given if the bitch comes back. So with so many people having that energy for her, why the fuck would she do that to herself? Why would she do that to her kids? Why would she do that to her extended family? Because this YouTube shit reached out into her life and touched her children, her parents, other family members, touched people in the town that she's from. It touched her fucking baby daddies. People were trying to call and have interviews with her baby daddies. It was a lot. And yes, Susie was addicted to this shit just like the rest of us are. But it only takes 2 weeks. 2 weeks of stopping that activity to break the addiction. She's been gone for 3 years, so I would feign to say that her addiction to this shit has been broken. And if she is actually doing all this nefarious shit in the background, that's probably where her comfortability level is at this point. It's fucking with people and doing nefarious shit in the background. Me personally, I would put $100 on saying no, Susie is not coming back, because if she does, it's going to be hell to pay. People still got grudges. People still got unfinished business. They don't give a fuck. It's been 3 years. People still got unfinished business with that bitch. And it's never going to go away. So if you stay away, You're safe. If you bring your ass back out here, bitch, it's on and popping. You know, for example, that shit Susie pulled was 7. 7 is not the same fucking 7 that 7 was when Susie left. 7 is a different 7. 7 is more vicious nowadays. 7 will dox the shit out of you and your whole. She wasn't a doxer back then. 7 wasn't a doxer like that back then. Not like that. But nowadays, you don't want to fuck with that bitch on that level. You know what I'm saying? So, for these reasons, I personally don't think Susie is coming back. Is it a possibility? Yes, definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. What's going on with my fucking chat? The chat's acting crazy. I can't see anything y'all are saying. Hold on, let me open it on YouTube because I'm about to say my goodbyes and we're about to get out of here. Hold on, guys. Hold on. All right. Key says YouTube would be the last thing on my mind. It already is, but it would really be after that. Exactly, Key. He actually hit Kimmy's panel as she was dragging Nika and doxing. Ooh! See, I didn't know that, Key, because, I don't watch Kimmy like that. Kimmy, I'm good for like a nice little 10, 15 minutes from Kimmy, but my mind wanders while I'm over there, so I end up leaving looking for something more funnier, more entertaining. So, but I didn't know. Ooh, that's exclusive. He actually hit Kimmy's panel as she was dragging Nika and doxing. Well, if that isn't a slap to the fucking face to tell y'all exactly what's about to happen, because that's the same exact shit that he did when him and Sean was starting to fall out. Those of us that were here fucking remember. So keep your eyes on that situation, bitch. I'm going to be watching on pins and needles, bitch. And with that being said, guys, we have been on here for 2 hours and 6 minutes. Jesus, we usually don't do all these long ass lives, but there was a decent amount of stuff to talk about today. We went off on a couple of tangents and got into some non-beef sector stuff. So once again, guys, I have turned my membership back on. If you would like to be a member, if you would like to support me, that is the best way to do it. We are going to be doing members only lives where you have to be a member to even see the live. We're going to be talking for hours probably. If I can do this for 2 hours, I can do members only live for I can do a 3-hour members only live. And we're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about real life shit. We're going to talk about some things that we may not want to talk about on the main platform in front of all these strangers and stuff. So, my mama always told me certain things you can't discuss in mixed company. Well, those things that we can't discuss in mixed company over here on the main, we are definitely going to discuss on the back end. And with that being said, guys, thank y'all so much for stopping in. Thank you, SAPD. Key said, I agree. I don't watch her either, but that's when her and Burger first started beefing, so I was tuned in. But now, no, I don't watch that copycat. No. You know what? It's a lot of people who are starting to copycat off of her. Key T. Drop the members link. Okay. Actually, I don't have to drop the members link. If you click into this video and you go into the about section, like how you can drop it down and you can see the description in the video. It's right there. It's right up top in the description of this video. So I don't have to drop it in the chat. I don't think I can. I can't copy it from there anyway. But yep, just click in this video here. You will see it in the description part. Also, if you don't see it there, you can click into the About tab on my page. You go to my main page, you scroll over into where it says the About section. It tells you how many subscribers I have, how long I've been here, and you will also see my membership link there. All right, guys, thank you so, so much. And y'all are amazing. Thank you to all the new members. We are going to have a fucking blast back there. And like I said, we're going to get more personal than we get here on the main page because we don't want to be talking about certain things in mixed company. All right, y'all. It's your girl, Thotiana Bust It Down. Everybody have a great day. I will talk to y'all real, real soon. Thank you, lovely 404. Thank you, Lisa J. Thank you, SAP. Thank you, Key. Thank you, Manny. Thank you, Courtney Miss D. Thank you, everybody who stopped in. Thank you, Nep. I'll talk to y'all real, real soon. Peace.